I think I inherited love from my mother and my family. I'm one of a large family, and growing up, it was special. They were hard times, but as a child growing up, there was always food on the table. I didn't know the struggles and the difficulties that my parents had, just making sure that there was food on the table. But I had great fun growing up. I was one of 8 children, and we had the girls' room and the boys' room, so, you know, it was always great. I lived on a street full of other Caribbean families. They all had large families as well, and just had a great time. And so I think the joy and the love was just instilled in me by my mother and by the family and the friends around us growing up. I think knowledge of our history is extremely important. I went to school, college and university in the United Kingdom and learned nothing of my true history. If there was ever any mention of African history, it was always to do with us being enslaved. There was no mention of the great kingdoms, cities and empires that we as Africans had actually built. And I genuinely believe that if growing up, children like when I was a child and others growing up had the knowledge of our greatness, we would grow up with a greater sense of pride of who we are as a people. So to me, African history is important because it gives you a sense of pride, a feeling of accomplishment. You get to know what people before you, what your ancestors have been able to do, and therefore what you are capable of doing, what I am capable of doing. So I just love history. Both. It's necessary because there is so little information widely available about our great accomplishments in the past and all of what we've achieved, the civilization that we've built, the cities, the empires. There's so little information. So it is a necessity, but once you start delving into our history and start uncovering all of this wealth of hidden information, it's pure joy. My goal is, just as you've put it there in the question, if I was able to reach our people wherever they are, whatever country, whatever city, whatever kingdom, community, village, that they are with knowledge about our history, then wow, that would be a huge accomplishment on my part. Just imagine millions of us as Africans acquiring the full knowledge of who we really are, how great we really are as a people. It'd be phenomenal. I feel that we can move forward, and we have been moving forward without knowledge of our history. I feel that, however, with knowledge of our history, we will be able to catapult ourselves to a greater height. Because if our ancestors, you know, were the ones who are the founders of astronomy, astrology, of the sciences, of the medicines, of construction and design and art and culture and music and everything else, if we, back in ancient times, were able to create all of that and acquire all of that knowledge and do so much with our knowledge of science and mathematics, etc. Just imagine what we could do now in this technological age if we realized our greatness and therefore was to work on awakening that greatness. Wow, empowering, educational, it's where you acquire knowledge, wisdom and race esteem.